They're invisible. Don't worry about it. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another interview. I'm your host, That One Rebel, and this is Late Night of Rebel, where we're interviewing another special guest. Introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, I'm Whitemesser, and I'm a Twitch streamer. Also do stuff, but not something like big still.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm mostly like a stream. Probably in a bit on something. Sure.
Mm-hmm. You're cutting in and out a little bit. Can you
Really?
yeah, just a
I
little
guess
bit.
I'm talking a little bit too low.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess.
Or increase the mic sensitivity or on the VR chat in the settings,
Yeah, sure, man.
the level. I want to make sure
Yeah,
everyone
it's
can
way
hear
better.
you. Yeah, that's much better. Thank you.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
Don't worry about it. All right, so I have a bunch of questions that I want to ask you. First thing is thank you
Okay.
for coming on to my show. I really do appreciate that.
I appreciate it and to be able to join. Well, either way, gonna be fun.
Yeah. So my first question I wanted to ask you is, how'd you discover VR chat? How'd you end up actually playing this game, and here you are, now playing this game. So explain your story. How'd you end up here in this game?
Well, the story started first, and I joined it on a couple of IRL friends. Then they were in a community on Discord, and I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to stream one time, but then never did it anymore. Then after seeing them streaming a lot, they actually helped me a lot to get that courage to wanna stream again, and I just did that, started up, and they were supporting me a lot on that. But it was during 2016 and I started first streaming Overwatch because
Yeah.
that was basically my fun game to play, and it was really. But later on during the time, it became so frustrating, and my personality changed. It was not really that fun, and because of the community and the game, a little bit of the stuff, and it got really problematic on my family. Well, mostly my mother because of her part and then the work was not really that fun either because working then gets a little stress, but also because of the game, I actually get a lot frustrated. I was trying to keep it in, and because it's bad to do that when you actually stream when you're getting so super angry, because it doesn't show the true you. It shows a different that it's like a beast that's trying to kill you, know? And it was not really that fun. So later on one day on 2017 November, I was just trying to see if there was something new, kind of fun game I could find, something on YouTube. Then I found Rise that I was recommended, and it was first I was like, "What the hell is this called VR chat?" I have no clue what. Then I was like, "Well, I can go check it and see what it is." And then I see him being a cute little lolly. Then was just not talking at all. But still, he had many people around him, loved him for him it was, and a really good time and everything. And how you can actually do stuff that you cannot do on desktop games, because if the world was completely different how you see it when you play on desktop. Then I thought like that could be something interesting to see and try it out myself. So later on, I actually got into desktop game one time, and I actually got many friends there for the first time, and it was really fun. And then I decided to not play the game until I got my own VR headset and actually my character, and that happened during 2008, the end of March. So I played a little bit, and then started streaming on 1st April.
Interesting. So you
Yeah,
used to play Overwatch, is what you said, a long time ago, and then you just
yeah.
transitioned, and you're like, what the heck is this VR chat game? Why is it so popular? Why is there so many people, well, playing it or getting into it? And why is there just lolly, and why are
Yeah.
people surrounding him? And you can pick your character, and obviously it's obviously a lot more different in VR. We can move and be wherever you want and stuff like that. So I understand that. I think a lot of people can agree on that. VR chat really opened itself to allow people to be what they want. So there's no restrictions. It's not like other social games where you just pick like a Sims builder, where just like, oh, here's my hair, here's my head, my shirt, my bottoms, and that's it, and pants and whatever. And that's it. But VR chat, you
Exactly.
could just be whatever the heck you wanted to be, man. You can build your own avatar or pay someone to do it. And I think that's where the real magic of this game came from, is the freedom to make your own avatar or pay someone or find something and build your own worlds. And allowing to have that freedom is what really blew this game up. So I agree on that.
Indeed. Because you also don't see it as much as negativity as you do with those games like Overwatch 4 because it's competitive
Yeah.
when you're playing with all people and all the hate and blame some bullshit things. So that's why after I saw those videos and actually like wondering and then saw the happiness in showing the true you
Mm-hmm.
instead of the other thing that I had to go for, and that actually was why the reason.
Yeah, I can agree on that. Like seeing how people were hanging out with each other. VR chat is. I think a lot of people I see it by mistake a lot, but VR chat's not a game. It's a social platform where people hang out and socialize with their friends, and there's no real
Yeah,
objective. You make your own objective, whatever that is. If you want to sit in front of a mirror for 6 hours a day, then that's your thing. If you want to go out and explore and you know, hanging out in new worlds, go to the pub, whatever you're doing, role playing, it's your own experience. You tailor VR chat to yourself, whatever that is. So some people only hang out with certain crowds of people, whatever that is. So that's why VR chat is such a successful platform, social platform, because you can do whatever you want.
yeah. Little what do you want?
Exactly.
You're letting your ideas flow through you, and you can actually release it even actually just working hard for it. Also, that's why I'm
Exactly.
happy with that.
So I have another question for you.
Mm.
How did you create your character, your OC, the one that represents your channel and your brand?
Well, it's a funny story how I actually started with, but from the beginning, when I actually wanted to have my own OC and brand and everything, I was decided like, okay, at least I'm not gonna be one of those people that actually go with girl avatars. I gotta be a full-flowing boy, but I'm gonna be demon one. So I had like an old OC that was looked a little bit cartoonish at the beginning. That was a demon boy, and I was decided to actually want to also sort out like animation of sword and power and such because that's what actually caught mostly my attention when I saw it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I decided to do. But then later on, it became like if we I did mean made different kind of color version of them with for different purpose. Then it became a purple. Then what I was thinking around was like, what can you actually do with a color purple to like a power beam? Then it became like a DJ music that I actually was like, damn, that looked dope. I mean, I can show the avatar if that's okay.
Sure, yeah. We can see it. I was gonna ask you about the whole DJ thing.
Well, I can tell you this, I'm not so much of a music maker. I was trying to do that from when I was younger, but that never became a thing because of game actually took it
Mm-hmm.
over.
I understand.
So let's see. Yeah, there we go. Don't know if I had to move back. Oh, there we go. This was the first one, how it was.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah,
It reminds me of
all
those.
its rings and bling bling, man. Just like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, man. You got the deal for glasses. You got the chain. You got everything, dude.
Yeah, that was actually the dopest thing I actually came up with, and I was just stuck. So this was actually how I started from the beginning, and then I was like, dude, I just gotta be stuck with this because I love music, and it is true fact. I love music overall, even if I cannot make my own music. But that doesn't mean I actually doesn't like music overall to listen, because that's the best thing in life. And that's the reason why I came up with this idea to be even if I cannot do the real music, like at least I can actually make music that I want to do to make these kind of a DJ as I'm right now. And but then later on, when I was using this avatar, I was like really bored and felt like it looked too much cartoony. Then I actually had somebody made a different version that is looking more animated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of the same, little bit less bling on the necklace though, but at least more emo boy thing.
Yeah. That's the evolution,
So
my man.
it is an evolution, especially when I had fun with all the friends that I was actually hanging around with. And I had a friend that was making a lot of different version of this one to like a Spartan one, a Nanashi, and a Neko. So it was really fun when he wanted to do those kind of version of this one for some. I was really thankful because he was a cool dude.
And then you went from
It
this
is,
to the female avatar.
yeah, he made also a female version later on when I was talking about like, what would it look like with this one to a female? So he made actually this version that I have right here. Probably too much of switching out, I guess.
No, that's fine. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, still
So this
demon.
was with
Slowly
still demon.
transitioning, man. You're slowly becoming the
Yeah.
anime waifu.
I was actually, yeah. But then it was later on because I thought like it probably could be good to go with the same way as the male version I had and make it as a female.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually did that, but that actually became not that as good as I was hoping for. And but still, I had fun really either way. And then it did became decided that I was going to be using female. So like, well, look at me. Now I stupid enough to actually say, oh, I only gonna go male. But now I went to me female just because it was fun.
Exactly. Sounds like me, man. Sounds like me, man. Back in the day, I
Exactly,
was
man.
the big crusade. I was like, I'll never play a female avatar in my life. What do you mean? I'll be the only guy in the
Only,
game, dude. I'll be surrounded by waifus. It'll be the ultimate paradise.
only my wife.
Yeah, here I am now. That's okay though.
hmm But there's another version I had before even the one that I'm currently using. That was this one because a friend told me there were this Phoebe version.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one I thought it was most fun because it was unique and nobody actually had it because it was released during the summer of 2018. Yeah, it was actually. And it was not even released like on TV in order, so you could not even get it back then. So then I thought like, hey, if nobody else is even gonna use it, is it okay if I can get it from you? I told a friend of mine that had it, then was like, yeah, sure. Then I got it, and I asked some friends to actually help me fixing this with switching the here and until because I had that from the beginning. And
Nice.
Mo was actually the one of them that helped because you know Mo, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah. No, Mo VR. Yeah.
Yeah, Mo. And it was actually awesome that he wanted to help, and I'm really thankful for it also, because he's a really good guy. Known him for many years now, well, soon two actually. So that's also a thing. And yeah, but then after almost 1 year, well actually 1 year using this avatar, I was got tired of using this because it had a little bit of a problem on the face, and
Mhm.
many people still assume me as the original character BB from Fate, so I was like, well, fuck that shit. So now I'm on this one today. My real see that nobody else has.
There you go. Now you're unique again, and no one can see like, oh wow, you just downloaded that from DeviantArt or whatever.
Exactly, because I hate when people say that. Also, it's like, bruh, I'm doing my best to get my OC, man.
Yeah, when I had Kenny made, or well, it was from The Walking Dead, and obviously then I had it made from scratch. People started calling me John Wick, even though my character is made literally from scratch. So I was just like, I don't know, it triggered me after a while. It's just because John Wick, like the movie came out right around that time, and also John Wick was in Fortnite. So people are just like, oh, dude, it's John Wick. He's just like anime looking. I'm like, no, I'm not John Wick. And there's like, no, you're John Wick, man. I'm like, okay, dude. So, yeah, and then when I play this character, haha, no one says anything. They're just like, oh, okay, that's cool. So, but anyway, I have another question for you. So, what's your
Yep.
weirdest experience in VR chat? Out of all the time you played this game, let's say your most like weird or a moment that's just like, huh, I never thought I would
Uh,
see that ever in my life or in VR chat.
well, even when it's soon 2 years playing this game, I can tell you there's a lot of him I was not expected. So it's hard for me to actually say which one, actually, to be honest. Holy moly.
Well, you got a story. I mean, you just pick the one you want to tell.
That's why I'm having this problem with a decision on which one to pick when it's so many of. But damn. Uh, which one? Which one indeed? Hmm. Nah, my head is blowing off on that, so I cannot decide. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's okay. I mean, I always got other questions I can ask. Like, did you attend any conventions or TwitchCon this year, or do you plan on attending any future TwitchCons or conventions in the future, like 2020 this year?
I did went on the European TwitchCon that I was never expected I was gonna exist. I went there with MoVR and a couple of friends, and we met other people, Art, CVR, and Johnny NTA, all of them,
Mm-hmm.
other big people also. It was actually really fun, even if it was brand new for EU that never had it before. And I promised to myself after that time, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking go back to the 2020 on one. So that's what I'm gonna do on the Amsterdam.
Nice. Do you have any stories from TwitchCon you remember? Like any like parties or meeting people for the first time and like, oh wow.
Oh yeah. There's a couple one that I do remember. Like basically when all the VRC group when we were gathering around outside that was close to like a coffee shop or something. The best moment that I thought there was the one when a lot of them went sneaking behind Johnny NTA and scared him, and he just fell down to the ground and he just like started laughing.
Damn. Well, done with
It
the
was
IRL
actually one
scares,
of those
dude.
fun ones.
Scaring people in
Yeah,
real life.
even IRL scares he actually get these. Oh damn! But then later on was I think it was the second day, or yeah, the second day on we had like a late party. Not everybody was there, but most of the people were, and it was later then that I forgot who it was, the second person, but one of them was Johnny NTA. They were doing lap dances at show were doing that you
What the
do.
heck? What's going
Yeah,
on,
I was
man?
like, well, it's true. We was sitting there, you seeing them doing fucking lap dances at each other around all of us. They was like, well, god damn, just keep going, man. And they
God
were even
damn.
filming it and such.
What? What the heck is going on at TwitchCon EU? People are lap dancing each other. What the heck, man? Wild parties,
I mean, if
man.
Johnny and Tay doing here in the SC, of course he's doing it on IRL in TwitchCon.
Okay.
I mean, it's a thing, man.
Do you have anything else to
Uh,
say about TwitchCon EU?
hmm. At least it's kind of small though compared to what I can imagine how it is on US. But if they're going to do this on 2020, hopefully it's gonna be a little bit bigger also.
Mm-hmm.
But what do I know? But it was fun either way. But well, yeah, well, yeah, we were actually doing this sign up on T-shirt that Johnny NTA had, so everybody had to actually sign the on T-shirt on board. So,
That's
but that was
cool.
also a thing. Mhm. And basically, me and Mo and our couple of friends, we were the first one that was writing on the blackboard on our VRChat name or Twitch name overall. And then one of our friends, we were like in this community group in Discord, and he was writing down like the Discord link and everything, how to join in there. The rank, it says what it was called. And totally because of that, it was funny that many people actually went in joined that Discord server because of a link he posted there on the
Damn.
Blackboard.
People actually went up to the blackboard and were like, "Oh, a Discord link. What's this go to?"
Yeah, and they only directly so many people into the rankings as well. I was like, damn, we adding people in there, boys.
Hell yeah.
Well, buddy, that's like that's a pro tip for anybody that wanna post their tweets. Discord link on the fucking board.
Yeah. All right, I got another question for you. Um,
All right.
how did you start as a streamer or YouTuber? What inspired you to do what you do today?
Well, like I said on that story, how I came up with the USC, it was literally because of that community that I was doing, and seeing how they having so much fun and being such a positive person to the community of their own that is basically from street, but they also sharing like the power to actually helping each other, even when they are actually different streamers, but they maybe do the same or maybe not, but they help each other way. And that's why I actually like it, how it brings that kind of a joy and fun time when you're actually also talking with somebody in the Switch. So I was like, I wanted that from the beginning before when I tested out before I joined the whole Discord server, but I didn't understand that much on then. But after seeing that, that actually helped me to actually bring the joy that I wanted stream, share some positivity to people, help if they actually need some PSP for them, and they are for me. So like a family.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, being able to have friends to inspire you to keep doing what you love, and having friends out there and viewers to support you. Like, you've supported me with my goal and everything, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm halfway there. So, yeah, having friends and people to support you is like, there's nothing better than that, honestly. Like, having friends to be like, hey, dude, keep streaming, keep going, keep doing what you love, and keep going on with what you want to do. And that's what really makes or break people. I feel like if you're gonna start as a streamer, um, you know, tell some of your friends like that you have online or IRL friends, and just be like, hey, dude, I'm starting as a YouTuber or a streamer, and I wanna do this for fun, and having them like just watch your videos and give you advice or watch your streams it can really help you out. In the long run, it's better than starting with like zero viewers. You start with like at least three or four, just your friends. So
Yeah.
that's what I would suggest. So, next question that I have. Um, how do you feel about the VR chat community as a whole? Like over time, as you've been playing this game, how do you feel about the community? Do you like being a part of this community, or are there certain aspects that you don't like? Maybe some things you want to change, or are you satisfied with everything that's going on in this game? Just the community part, not the devs or anything. Just the community, the people that play this game or play this be on the social platform.
Yeah. The community itself, I love it. It's something that I was always wanted to join on a community that can love you for who you are and actually be there and helping and actually helping other new ones that join and having a good time at the same time. It's something I actually wanted, and to me it feels actually does joy for me as that I actually wait a minute for. And even if there are some negativity, there's well, drama is one of them, but it's something that we cannot control completely. But well, it's just like we have to at least try to help it out in a way. But I don't know, it's a little bit constant on that one. But otherwise, I'm mostly like that. I can power. That's right. Nothing that I can think could change that.
Yeah, I understand. Like, there's always going to be drama. I always tell people that, like, doesn't matter what community you're part of, there's always going to be issues with other people. That's just the nature of things. When you have, like, something that starts, like, really small and you have, like, a small community, the drama is usually pretty minuscule or really small. But as the community grows and grows and grows, and now we have, like, 10,000 concurrent players, like, there's so many communities and so many new players and streamers and YouTubers and have their own friend groups and stuff like that. Eventually, there's going to be conflict. There's eventually going to be somebody doesn't like somebody for some dumb reason, and that's just the way nature is. That's just the way things are, and it sucks that not everyone can be friends, but that's just the way it
Yeah,
is. You just focus on the positives and hanging out and having a good time.
that's
S
what all the ways you have to, even if
yeah.
you're not a streamer. So,
So, how do you feel about streaming VR chat? Do you feel that you're comfortable where you are, or do you feel that there maybe you want to work on some things? Do you have any projects, any like New Year's resolutions for streaming in 2020? Is there anything like, oh, I really want to do this, or I really want to do like a 24-hour stream, or charity, or big projects, or anything like that? Do you have any plans for 2020 in terms of streaming?
well, I do have a one project that I was actually had the idea since 2018 from the summer, but apparently because I had to work during that time, and then suddenly, it's 100% true story here that I got actually sick after that when I ended a job during some because I hit it with a sickness called psoriasis. I don't know if you know about it.
Psoriasis. I think I've heard it before, but I don't remember the condition and what's about.
It's some wounds that comes automatic somewhere in your body, and it is hitting
Oh,
your nerve system. I actually got hit by that, and it's not really fun, but I have learned to actually just leave a positive. You can live with it, but even if it is painful, but just fight for what you do, and you can have a good time. That's a little how I do it. So there's nothing to worry about that. So and I'm getting help as much as I can also. So there's no problem. But either way, because of during that time when that happened, I could not do it for over a month, and so it got a little bit delayed. And then when I'm at 2017, fucked it up also even more for my project that I wanted to do. So, and I was waiting and finding a way to actually fix that problem, but there
mm-hmm.
was no way to actually do it until now that I heard on 2018 it's going to be fixed. So that project's going to start directly when the game's updated. And other plans, well, I was thinking maybe do a subathon or not. Not 100% sure. Still need to think about it. But charity, not so much what I'm thinking about, but until I find something that is probably more than I do, if I find a reason to do it, also. But, yeah. Other than that, then, there's nothing else what I have in mind right now, currently.
I understand. Yeah, there's a lot of I have a lot of plans for myself for 2020. I told them on New Year's that I was drinking a little bit, so like I don't remember everything I wrote, everything I said, but just be a good person and keep doing what I love and stuff like that, and maybe do like another art contest or subathon or something like that. I don't know. I don't want to like have too high expectations, but I don't know. Just have fun, honestly. That's what I really want to do and stuff. But
Same.
yeah,
Same.
that's all I want to do, man. Just have a good time, entertain people. So yeah. What's your that's right. Like you're talking about 2018. Yeah, I'm waiting for a Unity 2018 as well and Udon to more come out because I plan on remaking this studio or what do you call it, like talk show world. But I'm waiting for 2018
Yeah.
to come out. I don't want to like remake it and then it breaks when 2018 comes out. You know what I mean? I'd rather just
Yeah,
2018 pushes
that
out.
sucks. That sucks.
So I'd rather
Yeah.
2018 come out, get a whole new world, bunch of new stuff going on, fix up some avatars or whatever. So I'm
Hmm.
really waiting for 2018 to come out as well. So I'm in the same boat as you. Whenever it comes out.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on VR/AR over time? So I think that VR chat really pushed VR. Because like this game started in like 2017, so a lot of people started buying headsets because of VR chat. Also the Oculus Quest as well. So like people are like buying out VR systems, not 100% because of VR chat, obviously, but like a lot of people now have VR headsets. But back in 2017 or before VR chat, like VR was just like kind of random. It was just sort of like, oh, just some silly little thing that you had. But nowadays, it seems like VR is becoming much more bigger and larger and index and stuff. So, how do you feel about
Yeah.
VR/AR in 2020 in the future and how that may impact VR chat as well?
Well, what I believe, probably going to factor really a lot. I mean, if it is already did since from 2017 to now, then it probably gonna impact even more if it is more stuff that you can do. That, like for example, VRChat getting even boosted with the Udon that is gonna come, and that's probably gonna kick even higher pro. Not that like I'm saying it's 100% certain for that, but you never know. Chances are either good or bad. Depends how you see it, and especially when there are so many more games now being created, like Half-Life, for example. That's also one thing.
Yeah, Half-Life Alex.
Yeah. So that's also an example how actually the VR can actually be blasted with something new. And I mean, Phone Work was a huge kickstart on that also, and obviously game that. And so I'm pretty sure it's gonna go even more higher than how it is now.
I can agree on that. I do think that 2020 might be the year for VR chat. A lot of people have been asking me that when I do streams and stuff like that or other interviews. Like, is 2020 the year for VR chat to return? Maybe. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't like predict the future, but I do think that one Udon in 2018 pushes out and the game gets more updated and it gets more really cool maps and 2018, which will improve in avatars and lag and desync issues and stuff like that. I think it'll be a big resurgence for a lot of players to come back to VR chat, and they already have like roughly about 10,000 concurrent players on the average day or close to that. That's only Steam, by the way. That doesn't include Oculus users because when you use the Oculus Store and use that to play VR chat, it doesn't include those numbers. So there could be
Oh,
12,000 or even more players playing on the Oculus Quest. Who knows? But there's definitely lots
no,
of
no,
people
no.
playing. So and I forget what
Mm,
rating VRChat is in the top 100, but it's like at least within like the top 50 or 60 games of Steam, and it's free too. So I think as time goes on, and especially this year, I think it'll be huge, big difference to VRChat. I'm just always curious to like, you know, will bigger streamers come back to this game? That's a bit up in the air because obviously the game doesn't have like it has some security, but like if you just jump into this game for the first time and like you try and stream it with like 10,000 people watching, you're probably gonna run into a lot of crashers and issues with this game. But I think
yeah.
again when Unity 2018 pushes out, it will render a lot of those clients like modified clients useless or like destroy a lot of them. Not all of them, but like I'll probably destroy like 95% of modified clients and make it a lot harder.
Well, hopefully the bad ones, at least.
Yeah, the bad ones. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just think that 2020 might see some people come back, who haven't played the game for a couple years, and they're like, "Oh, VR chat's updated now and it has like cool maps in it, and there's a lot more to do and explore, and I can actually go to Publix and not have to get crashed." So yeah.
E.
But next question I have, um, what is one thing you would like to change about VR chat? Like one thing that you're like, wow, there's something
Mm.
wrong with this game, or add a feature, or just something you want to change.
Well, probably one thing I kind of mostly concerned about is a little bit about the rank system. I think it was not even that kind of a good thing to actually add in. I mean, from the beginning, it was ever already a big problem before even a release was such a toxicity talk about it, and it became a little bit toxic of it also because of a rank like differences of how people act. So it's like,
Yeah,
boy, now that's it. Yeah, so that is like I think they should remove that and adding something like a big difference of how you're actually doing the settings on people like joining because I tried like Neos VR
yeah,
and they had like a kind of like a system that you can actually do some preparation for like oh there's a new people that are probably going to join so I can put it all like this person can have like all these animation blah, 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 shut off or like basically of those that you don't know about so then you have friends that join that all of them are okay or you can put it on like a different setting them also like some of these can actually be removed because I know how he I know how his avatar is like on toxicity level, whatever, yada yada. So we don't need to worry about that. But mostly for those new people, like everything shut off but Avatar. So like it's way more easy to do that. That could actually be a cool thing to have.
Yeah, I think that'd be an interesting idea. I think there's a lot of ideas that people have for VR chat in terms of like how to improve the game. That's what the cannery is usually for, and people post on there. I posted on there a couple cool ideas over the past 2 years, but I don't know if any of them will ever get implemented. I don't know. Some of them have said like, oh yeah, they're moved to like in production or in progress, but like I don't know. Some of them, I don't know if they'll ever get implemented in the game. But one question I want to ask, another one, is what's your favorite
Mm.
world or world that you'd like to return to in VR chat? Like one world, it's like I really like this world. I like to play in this world. I want to have my friends here. I'm just curious, what world do you like the most in VR
Mm.
chat? Or if you can't think of like the favorite one, maybe just like one of your top five or something like that.
Oh, yeah, top five probably would be better to actually think of because there's one that it actually was my home that actually like a whole world that they're doing an animation of music and it's really hecky cool actually. It'll it deeply wait, what was it called?
Visualizer.
Epilepsy warning on it.
Oh, is it?
No, yeah, epilepsy because of the lights and stuff going on that world because it's really high quality on that.
Was it a club?
And no, it's basically just like a shield platform that you see like some I don't know how to explain it like bars looking like they form into a mountain, and then you see like on the edge you see like those bars that plays with the music like when some tune goes up and down.
Sounds like
I forgot about that.
music visualizer world or something where like you play
Yeah,
music.
that visualize.
Okay.
Yeah, but they also the person that made the world actually have like buttons that you can click and it shows like a special animation that you can see in the whole world and it's
Yeah.
really crazy cool and it doesn't lag you at all. Funny enough, we were like 10 people and played the animation. It was actually cool. It doesn't lag at all.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I remember going
So
to that
that's
world.
my yeah. I can actually show it to you if you are interested. So it depends on. But that's basically one of the top five, and Room of Rain is probably one of the most chill world I think could actually be because I feel more relaxed there than anybody else at the current moment. And hmm, I don't know if there are free that probably has a possibility of a good maps to chill on, but otherwise to hang and have a good time probably be the Black Cat is one of them. And hmm, what kind of words do we even have on the list actually? So I would need to actually go Google if you don't mind actually. Hmm. Oh yeah, Luna Ascension is one of them, and Wolvie's Hangout on Sleep.
Yeah, for me, I mean those are all pretty good maps. For me, I like the more the classic ones. You know, like the Great Pug or Fells Memoria or Penthouse at Night or Gaia Night. Gaia Night's one of my top five favorite maps of all time. Even if it gets like no players and it's kind of laggy now, but like I don't know. Just there's too many memories. There's too many like times where I met people for the first time, and I felt like Gaia Night was like that perfectly sized map. It didn't have a mirror in it. The classic version, not the current one. And like you go to like there's like the cave. There's like the campfire with all the stumps and the rocks you could sit on. You can go to the mountains. In the old
Mm-hmm.
tent, it was like a perfect sized world that would support 20, 30 people easily, and people were just spread out. Like there's people near the campfire, at the cave, on top of the hills, sitting at the little chairs, doing the little improv like dating sessions or whatever. There's too many times where I just had fun, and like it was also a world where people would play animations in. So if you had like a really big animation, you would you do go to that world, and then you go climb the hill, and then you go past it, and then there's like a giant flat grass area, and then people just do their animations there. So that's one of my top five favorite worlds of all time. So
Mm, cool.
yeah. So another question that I have for you Um, besides Worlds, do you have any favorite moments of VR chat? I know we talked a little bit about this before, but I'm talking about like something like
Yeah.
an older memory or a newer one that's happened recently to you, to your friends, something that was like, oh man, I had this fun time and we were going to the bar or something like that or whatever, or meeting
Well,
someone.
probably you could say it's a weird, funny moment that just happened recently. We were actually going to do some games and such,
Yeah,
and there was like this passing grenade. That, that old map
yeah,
when you
toss the
pass your
grenade.
grenade
Yeah.
on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we were trying that out for the first time because I had never played it before, and I was like, yes, finally, I can play it for the once. And then after we did pass it around until somebody was going to explode, but instead of that person, everybody was exploding, died, and even those that was not in the game
Mm-hmm.
for weird reason. So apparently the map was broken because even one person went in and grabbed it and took it and wandered around, and then boom, everybody died again. So I was like, what the hell? So yeah, it was weird. But then later on, we were trying to do the minefield one, and since the last time I was there was like 2 years ago, I think, because that was the only time I was doing that, but I'm start playing. It was good, and it has changed it a lot apparently. And we were trying to do that also by fixing map. So apparently I have us forced to okay, well, how are we gonna place those some of the bombs there? And apparently when it's one went in there, everybody died, even those that was trying to fixing all the plans of where the bombs gonna. So I was like, hey, what? Even this one is broken? God damn it! And it became some weird, awkward moment there, and suddenly, because of that, everybody was trying to go in and die, and they just make everybody die because, like, no, it's broken. We need to leave. Come on, stop it. So I was like, nope, go in, boom. And then the next one, boom. Just like, bruh. So I was like, nah, fucking go home. Boom, done. Because I didn't want to continue dying.
Yeah, there's a lot of memories and stories that I can share that are like that as well. Hanging out with friends, playing like toss the grenade or battle this week way back then. There's a lot of these classic maps that some of them didn't even work anymore. I remember what was it, Golden Steel didn't actually work, and I actually had to tell the devs like, hey, this map doesn't work by the way, and they fixed it. And it's like, oh sweet, now it works again. But because like VRChat and some of these maps
Really?
are like 2 years old and get really old, some of them do just not work anymore. It kind of sucks, you know, because you remember playing on Battle Disc and stuff like that, and then you want to go back and relive it, and then map's broken. Kind of sucks, you know. That's why I feel like a lot about the old maps is that, like some of them aren't game modes; they're just chill maps. Like you just hang with your friends, talk to them, say like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" And then a lot of them just don't work. Like they're just like the lighting's broken, it's super laggy in some worlds. Like it just sucks. You know,
Oh,
it
yeah.
really depends on not the devs. It's all about the player. Whoever made that world like way back 2 years ago, like all the old clubs like MMD, Dance Club, and like Rave Robbie and stuff. You don't see those clubs because they're broken. They just never. The person who made them just don't never uploaded or fixed them for 2017. So yeah, when
Mm.
2017 came out, broke a lot of stuff and they're just permanently gone forever. So that
Oh,
sucks.
that's a big oof.
Yeah. Which brings me to my next question. How do you feel about content creators for VR chat in terms of live streamers and YouTubers? I'm not talking about like specific people, but just like in the general, because there seems to be a very mixed opinion about a lot of people who stream this game or make content. Some people don't like streamers. Maybe you've had experience where people don't like you because you're a streamer or a YouTuber. I'm kind of curious what your thoughts and opinions are on this.
On ways to like on the people down his streams and such. I mean,
Well, what's your
or
opinion on people that stream VR chat and make
oh,
content? Because there are people that don't like streamers, that don't like YouTubers, and don't like. They're like, oh, YouTubers and streamers, they ruin this game. Blah blah blah. They shouldn't be allowed to
yeah,
record
that
me.
reminds me of one person.
I'm in my public. I'm in my public world, and they join me and then demand content out of me and stuff. Those are the type of people.
Uh, for me, it depends on like how you are as a person. Like, I mean, for most of the people that I have met, actually are chill people that just do it for fun and doesn't even like forcing other people to do kind of content for them. So they creating their own content how they feel and just want it. So I don't see any problem with that. But otherwise, those over that actually trying to force it on is like probably should try something else instead of just forcing other people to do content for them. I mean, that's just not a cool thing to do, and you lose friendship. So, so it depends on that also. Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
pretty much what I. Yeah.
Have you
So for I mean,
have you ever encountered someone that like went up to you and started drama, or like, wow, I don't like you, you're streaming, dude, or like, I don't like your content or anything like
well,
that?
well, if they have a problem with me, I would even like say, well, you're saying that, but I'm having fun. I have fun with friends. If you don't like it, then you better leave, or we can just leave, so then you don't need to join us. Also, I mean, it's because I don't want to start a drama, and I hate drama, so I just like even leave it away.
Okay.
Because it's better to actually do that than actually continue when it can get even worse and it becomes bad for yourself. Oh, one of my own side.
Uh oh, that's
Oh
not
no,
good.
low battery.
Hold on. So like, yeah, it really depends. I mean, I can understand like if I went to a public and I shoved my camera into people's faces and they were like, "Wow, what the fuck, dude? I'm just trying to like hang out." Yeah, I can understand like people hating
Yeah,
on streamers or YouTubers for that type of stuff. Yeah, I can agree on that. That's obnoxious. It's the same thing as me going outside in real life and having a camera and sticking in people's faces to give me content. I can understand the hate for that. But like when I'm just doing my own
yeah,
thing, like I'll give you an example. There's people that just what I do, like hang out in a private world or with my friends, like in a friend's world, not in the public. And like people just like
yeah.
decide to like hack into the lobby and like try and harass you or like use modified clients and try to like mess with the streamer. There's so many times I've heard of like one of my friends who are just streaming, having a good time. They're not bothering anybody besides their themselves and being with their friends, and like they get crashed and like targeted and DDoSed and doxed and all this dumb stuff because one person's like, "Well, I don't like you. I don't like your content." It's like, well, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. Like, I don't understand. Like I said, it's different when like, yes, if the person's going to Publix and being very obnoxious, that's different, right? But when I'm just doing my own thing,
Mhm.
you know, it's the same thing as like if I'm a vlogger and I'm just vlogging and I'm sitting in my house making vlogs and somebody's just shitting on me for that. It's just kind of weird. It's just like, okay, I'm like in my own place, dude. Like I made this interview world and I'm doing my own thing. If someone was to hack into this lobby right
Yeah.
now and be like, "I hate your content," it'd just be like, "Okay, dude." Like, why? It's just so
I
random.
mean, yeah, that's why I think it is so stupid, and I think I know who you're actually talking about. And I'm not gonna say it in name either, but
Yeah, we don't need their names.
apparently, yeah, but apparently that happened also to a friend of mine that when he was streaming and doing his own thing, and he doesn't even care also about it. But this guy, came to him saying about like, so you streamed for a year, and you still have not even been on like 10 views, yada yada. You probably should give up, dude. Say, just say to my friend, it's like, dick, just like
Yeah.
that's just not cool at all. And apparently he lied about that he streamed himself, and that's why it's like, bruh, he doesn't even stream. What the hell? Don't even listen. Being so toxic. So I told my friend about it afterwards when he showed me the clip of it. So
Mhm. I feel like some of the toxic like people that use modified clients are jealous of like bigger streamers because I feel like some people who are like targeting specifically streamers or content creators who make YouTube videos and stuff like that, I honestly do think that they
mm-hmm.
try to be a YouTuber or a streamer themselves, and then because they failed and didn't get like the views or whatever, they retaliate by like hating on other people and hating and trying to ruin other people's experiences. That's what I find. Like it's the same thing with people who hack in like Counter Strike. They suck at the game, so they use aimbot and stuff like that, or wall hack or whatever, because they suck. So the
Oh
same,
yeah.
not all the time, not every single modified client user. I'm just saying like a bunch of them do. They try to be a streamer or they try to be a content creator and it didn't work out for them. So their
Mm,
motive or what they do now is like, oh, if I can't be a streamer, you can't be a streamer. So I'm gonna hate on you and go to your chat and make you have a horrible time. And then if I find you, I'm gonna crash you every day or something. Like, it's so stupid.
yeah, but that doesn't show any improvement at all. Like it doesn't show like you're better than anybody else. So it's like something must have happened to this
Yeah,
person to actually act little how I can say, but still, it is like, what are you trying to improve? Even if you're actually trying to have some good time, well, you can do that with your friends if you have friends, and that would be a thing. But doing this, it is only you, and nobody even cannot like this person if he just continued. So,
exactly.
yeah. So there's no improvement to actually showing that you're better than anybody else. You're just putting yourself more down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro.
We have a comment from the chat from Matt. He says, "Well, you have various types of people streaming, and because of a minority of streamers having big egos and or exploiting others to grow or earn money, you have a minority of people putting all people streaming in the same bag." Yeah, you have a good point. So like, there are,
Hmm.
there are streamers. Nobody's a saint. Not everyone's perfect. There are people out there that do stream to use other people for content and have a big ego and stuff like that. It's same everywhere in life. Okay,
Yeah.
there's always assholes and shitheads that use people. It's the same thing in life. It's the same thing in Twitch and YouTube.
Hmm.
There's no exception. And
Yeah.
a lot of like normal streamers will get tied into the same like, oh, you're just like this streamer, man. You have a big ego, but they're just like blaming people who are completely innocent. So some innocent streamers get put in the bag of like being a bad streamer, or being a big ego, or whatever. And so these crashers just start crashing. Like some people will actually have like crusades and they try to like cleansing VR chat by crashing streamers. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, dude. Like imagine hacking in a social game, dude. Dude, come on.
Imagine.
Imagine it's the same thing when I played Gary's mod, and you would have people.
Imagine me being a god. Think
Imagine me
about
being.
that.
Oh damn, dude. I had people hack in Gary's mod, and I'm just like, dude, you're hacking a sandbox game. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, you're no clipping when no clipping is enabled in this game. Like, the only thing you turned on was God mode, and like, wow, an aimbot. Wow, dude, like, so dumb.
Just imagine me flexing my Apex gods apps also and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some people are just weird, you know. Some people
There
just
are
wanna.
people like, bro.
Yeah, some people are just like, you can't kick me. Well, here's the weird thing: is a lot of people use modified clients. A lot of them just use the like anti-kick feature, where like you can't kick them from a lobby. So if you try and kick someone and they can't be removed, that means they're using a modified client. And the reason why they do that is so they can't get kicked, and so because they get kicked probably too many times, right? They probably being like really toxic, so they get kicked all the time. So they use a modified client so they can't be kicked. And then like streamers are like, dude, I know you have a modified client. I can get you banned like right now. Like, what are you doing? They're like, I'm not using a
That's
modified client.
why
I'm innocent. It's like, yeah, okay, dude.
that's why you just made me remember one guy that was weird and creepy one time. He was like, hey yo, can you just give me a warning? Can you just please do that? And I was like, huh? Why? And I was like, yeah, come on, dude, just please do it. And I just like click on him and then give him a warning. And I was like, oh man. And he's saying, I was like, and then he's asking me, I was like, oh please man, dude, can you just give me, please, just do the kiki? I was like, why? Why do you want me to kick? I was like, yes, do it, man, come on, just do it. And then I just did it. And he didn't like left the world at all. So I'm pretty sure he was using a mod client for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you can't kick someone and you own the instance, they're using a modified client. That's how you know. And then
Yeah,
immediately, if you're
that's what I
streaming, you
was really
clip
shocked
it and then you
about.
send it to one of the devs. They'll ban them, but you know. So
Yeah, but he was not trying to be that fishy, but for me it was kind of sounds a little bit fishy, but I was not 100% certain about anything, but still a lot of confusion there. It was like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
the crazy thing to think about is like how often you find someone with a modified client. It's actually pretty common. Like you just go to like a public and like you can just find like people pretty easily. Like if you go to the popular world, so you find people all the time like the Void Club or Black Cat or like the Great Pug. You just find people all the time using modified clients, and they're always just like, "Yo, kick me, dude! Come on, man! You can't get rid of me." And the interesting thing is that some of them actually have clients where like if you block them in the game, they know that you block them. Like it tells you.
Oh,
It's or sorry, it tells them that you blocked them, and so then then they crash you still. Like there's some serious like modified clients in this
yeah,
game that like bypass a lot of stuff. So then they would go on a
yeah,
different
that,
account and they'd be like, "Yo, you blocked me, dude. Yeah, that's what you get for blocking me. Now you're on my kill list, and I if you're ever in a public, you better watch out, man." I'm like, "Okay, dude, calm down."
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Matt says
So fucking.
in Gary's mod there was more serious hacks exploiting security, scripting security flaws to execute code remotely on someone's computer. Yeah, I heard about that. Where like you could download something like you load up your a server and then people would download stuff to your computer and then it would like remotely access and get viruses on your computer. I heard about that. It never happened to me. I just remember playing Garry's Mod a few times and like people would actually use like aimbot. Like they're spinning, like they're using like they're spinning like shh, and every time they would see somebody they would shoot and automatically get a headshot. I'm just like, dude, what is these Counter Strike hacks and goddamn Garry's Mod? Like what the hell are you doing, dude? It was so stupid. And
uh,
then like a moderator would join, like the whoever owned the server, just like, oh, this guy's using my, oh, he's hacking. Okay, just ban him, and then he's gone. I'm just like, wow, dude. So I wish that's the one thing why I always talk about dedicated servers in VR chat because I feel like if I own my own instance, like I actually owned it, and I can actually ban you permanently from my instance. Um, I think it would clean up a lot of modified clients because then they would never join me ever again. Like if they can join other people, whatever. But I'm talking about like my own like server. If it's public or private or friends plus, I can
mm,
permanently ban you permanently from my instance. You would never be able to be joining me ever again. Just like in Gary's mod or Counter Strike.
sounds dope.
The problem, Rebel, is that VR chat architecture is poorly designed. Most of the critical functions are managed client side. That's why some hackers got lots of powers. Yeah, I know that. A lot of We'll start taking questions in the chat by the way, because we're 3 minutes left or a couple
Alright.
minutes. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
no
wrong.
worries.
When I started playing VR chat, it was very common that people hacked the client or got access to like basically VR staff like powers. Like they would be able to teleport anywhere. They could like no clip. They could be unkickable. They could kick you from the instance. I remember I got kicked from my own instance one time, or I was the leader of my instance and I got kicked, and I can join my own instance back. But I was like, what the heck? How did I get kicked? I'm the room owner. And this guy's like, ha ha ha, you can't. I kicked you. I'm just like, what the hell?
Wow,
So
what an
yeah,
asshole.
it's whatever. But yeah, there's the problem is VRChat, like the security and like because you allowed to use Unity, like you can modify the client pretty easily, and that's why you have so many people with modified clients because you can add anything to the game, man. You can add whatever avatar, whatever world, and you enable a lot of people to do that type of behavior, and there's no real repercussions for modifying the client. I mean, you get a slap on the wrist. A slap on the wrist is you get banned, and then you just make a new account 5 minutes later. So that doesn't really solve the issue. If you got banned one time and that was it, like you're permanently gone, then that'd be different. There wouldn't be very too many modified clients. But like because you just get banned and you just make a
Yeah.
new account, like I knew a hacker or modified client user that like told me he's like, oh yeah, I've been banned like 7 or 8 times. This is my ninth account. I'm just chilling right now. I'm not crashing anyone. I'm just like, okay. He's like, yeah,
Wow.
he's like, I only crash people that piss me off. I'm like, okay, dude. You have like people.
God damn.
Question number one: why is my foot in my mouth? I don't know, man. Why is your foot in your mouth? Do your boobs jiggle if you move fast? Yeah, yeah, they do. Cause it's just like real life. These are quality questions. Why do people sub? Because when he does squats, they move. Yeah, exactly. These are pretty good questions, right? Do you have any questions for me?
Mhm. Uh, don't think so specifically, but I mean, you're doing a really good job of doing.
Thank you.
Something I
I
need to ask you.
appreciate. I appreciate that. I always take give an opportunity in case maybe you want to ask me something. So But yeah, I'm just hoping that
Like,
with 2018, I don't think it would render all clients useless, but it would definitely cut down on a lot of them because they would have to remake their clients and stuff. So I think as
especially the negativity ones that is actually
yeah,
bad.
that's what I'm hoping for. That when
That's all.
Unity updates and Udon comes out and stuff like that, there'd be better security and it cuts down on it big time. And maybe I can eventually go back to Publix and not have to worry when I'm streaming. Like when I'm not streaming, I don't care
Same.
as much, but when I'm streaming,
Mm.
it becomes a hassle because I'm streaming and it makes me a big target, right? Like it's so easy to stream snipe in this game in Publix
Yeah.
that like any idiot can do it. Like anybody with half a brain can stream snipe in VR chat. It's not like other games where there's at least some like I can hide my room or ID or whatever. And VR chat is nothing. Like it literally, when you open your menu, it tells you like your ID of this world and everything, like the source code, and you
Yeah.
basically can just
That's
get
why
into any
it makes
world.
it easy to run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's oh he's in the
Exactly.
Great Pug. Oh, there's only like five of them. Well, eventually I'll get the right one. So it's like oh.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that also because I also visited the time to actually visit public world. I was doing that back in the day and actually meet new people, and it was actually good. So you can show around and actually make them be happy to
Mm-hmm.
meet new people, and it builds a better place for them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think on
Yeah.
that note, we'll wrap it up here. We've been going just over an hour now, an hour and 1 minute. So I'll
All
give the
right.
camera here to you, and if you want to shout yourself out, or anything you're working on, anything you got going on, let people know.
Yeah. I do stream at the Twitch, Whitemesser, that's the usual things, of course, and I have my Twitter if you actually want to talk in something, you can do that on the Whitemesser, and I have a Discord server, you can join on the link on the description on Twitch channel or something like that, and join on the good community, even if it is probably not that many people talking, it's still a good thing, and also the YouTube channel, the Whitemesser, because I had the into the negative for because of a some weird reason. But still, I'm making YouTube videos there for Monday and Thursday. And yeah, the project currently, I want to keep it more a little bit secret till when the Unity comes up and everybody will see what I'm going to do. Then I had the idea since 2018.
I
It's
see.
gonna be fun though.
Your nickname is actually Cute Messer. The
God
chat told.
damn it!
The chat
There's
told
so
me.
many of my friends calling me that.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Well, on that note, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for being in this interview with me, Whitemesser. I really do appreciate that. And if you want to come back for another interview at a later time, and a couple of weeks or months or whatever, then you're more than welcome to, my man. I really do appreciate it for stopping by.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
anytime. You just look me
yeah,
up and tell me when.
yeah. One last thing before